Hello and welcome. What you see here are two gifts I received last Christmas. One of them I can decorate with my beads, the other is having none of it. At the end of the video you'll see Misty's reaction to my beaded bag charm that I've made for this lovely Adidas collaboration with Liberty bag. So I'm going to show you now what beads I used, starting with some of the beads from the value bundle from Bargain Bead Box, the Amazonite 6mm rounds. Even though it says flower agate on the packet, I just put them back in the wrong pack. I'm also using some of the hexagon spacer connectors, some eye pins, some Mayuki seed beads, etc. So I'm going to start with the hexagon component and attach a couple of jump rings to it, and on the other end I'm going to open the eye pin and connect the other end of the hexagon to the eye pin, close it up, and you're left with this. Then on the eye pin I'm going to load on two Mayuki seed beads with a metal spacer and close it up using my one-step looper to make a loop at the top. And it should look a little something like this. So that's the top of my bag charm done. So now we're going to move on to the dangly bit at the bottom by opening two eye pins and attaching them to the bottom jump ring like this. I'm now going to load on my chosen beads, mirroring each other, and then finishing off with a one-step looper on both eye pins. So now they're done, I'm going to attach another eye pin at the bottom to form a triangle shape, just like this. This bottom pin is where I'm going to sew on my Mayuki seed beads in order to form the tassels. I'm using about a wingspan's worth of Fireline 6-pound thread crystal, and I use a long needle because I find it easier for myself. So to start, I tie a knot. I like to work on the left hand side, then load on one of the seed beads like this. Then I pick up another seed bead, put the needle underneath that bottom of the triangle bar, put it up so the seed bead touches the bar, then feed my needle back through over the bar this time. Then give it a little tug and it should look something like this. So now repeat the process, pick up another seed bead, bring the bead up to the bar, put my needle underneath the bar, then I feed the needle over the bar and through the bead I've just loaded on, give it a tug again, and just repeat the process until you've put on all 5 beads and it'll look something like this. I'm now going to load on the beads for the tassel. I've chosen these white bicones because I want to imitate the 3 stripes that Adidas is well known for. So on the first one, I've loaded my beads on, pulled away the bottom metal bead, fed my needle through all of the beads, give it a little tug, and then I'm going to feed my needle through the second Mayuki bead to work on the second tassel. This time I'm making it slightly longer and using my Amazonite 6mm rounds and following the same process, skipping the first bead, feeding my needle through, pulling it taut, and then working down to my third tassel, which I'm making longer again and using my white bicones to be the second Adidas stripe. So following the same process, skip the first bead, feed your needle through all of them carefully, up through the Mayuki bead on the bar, and give it a tug, make sure the tension's right, feed your needle through the next Mayuki bead to do the fourth tassel. Just like this time I'm using slightly more Amazonite. Through the Mayuki bead again, make a turn and work on the final tassel, which is going to be the longest one of the white bicones. I then tied off the end threads, trimmed it off, and now all I've got to do is attach this ring in order to attach it to my bag. So here's what it looks like on a lighter background. And here it is on my bag. I really like it. Here's some shots of it sparkling in the sun. So now let's bring in Misty and see what her opinion is of it. She's not interested in it at all. Never mind. I absolutely love it. And I'd like to thank you for watching this. And if you could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you and hopefully see you again. Bye.